Hello everyone, and welcome to player ratings for the 1-0 defeat to Luton, which does everything but seal relegation for us. I've not done player ratings in a while. It's good to have it back. So, leave your ratings and thoughts on the game in the comments. So, is there anything else I need to say? Anything else I can say? I doubt it. I don't think so. So let's crack on into it then. Last time we had player ratings was at the Middlesbrough game. 4 games ago. And a lot has changed since that Middlesbrough game. So let's see what it's like now. We're going to start off then going through the team, go through the subs, then rate the manager and the referee as well. So let's crack on into it then with, if this works, should do now, Matt Ingram. Now, first time Ingram has started for us in the Championship, and I can't lie, it wasn't too bad. I rate the guy. He's a nice bloke, but it's alright being a nice bloke if you don't let any goals in. Ingram should have done better with their goal, but on the whole, wasn't too bad. As I say, it wasn't more than 8, so he deserves a much, much higher rating than George Long. And I'm going to give him that. I'm going to give him a 5. So, Matt Ingram gets a 5. Fullback, Leo Da Silva. Leo just did nothing. At the end of the game, doesn't look like he wants to be at the football club anymore. You saw it against the Wigan game, after the Wigan game as well. We'd just lost 8-0 and he's laughing and joking with his old teammates. You just don't do it. Keane Lewis Potter, at the end of that game, was dejected. And the same again this game. Da Silva just didn't care. He didn't care. And it shows that he doesn't want to be at this club anymore. Which is a shame because he's a fantastic, fantastic player. And a very, very nice guy when I've met him on multiple occasions. But Da Silva, he's getting a 4. Wasn't good enough. Now, we're going to do Tafazoli and McDonald all in one here. But Tafazoli, I'm going to speak on him just now. Right, forget the game. We know that Tafazoli's solid. Tafazoli was decent. Spoiler alert, I've given him a 5. But Ryan Tafazoli, to come out and talk to the protesting fans at the end of the game, when everyone's trying to get out and they're blocking all the exits, Ryan Tafazoli to come and reason with them and say, we know we're not good enough, we understand why you're frustrated, we're all frustrated, there's people crying in the dressing room. For Tafazoli to do that, he's one player I want to keep at this club. He's one of very few who I want to keep after the performances on the pitch. Because that is an act of class. That shows what sort of man he is. Brilliant, brilliant from Ryan Tafazoli. He's got a 5 for his on-pitch performance, but for coming out and doing that, I'm definitely boosting that to about a 7 or a 7.5. Well done, Tafazoli. And McDonald as well. McDonald, I don't want to see McDonald leave. Because if we lose Burke and Device, our centre-backs are... We've got Tafazoli who'll stay. Then if we lose McDonald as well, we've got McLaughlin, Greaves and Arter, who, don't get me wrong, are all good centre-backs in their own right. But we need that experience. And McDonald and Tafazoli bring that. Neither of them put a foot wrong yesterday. It was just other parts. Tafazoli, if he'd put his leg out a little bit further for their goal, it'd have finished 0-0. And we'd be in a different position now. But McDonald and Tafazoli on the whole didn't really put a foot wrong. So McDonald gets a 5 as well. And those two are 2 players I'd like to keep. McDonald deserves a full run in the team, and since he's come back from his very, very long spell out, he has looked on the pace, on the ball, ready to put his body in the way, straight away. That shows you that he's willing to fight for this club. There's a reason he was vice-captain under Nigel Adkins before he had the deep vein thrombosis, the calf injury, which led to that, and his spell out with cancer as well. You can tell why he was vice-captain, because he was willing, and he cared. Something that not many players out on that pitch did. So, McDonald and Tafazoli get 5s. Elder, who wore the armband yesterday, wasn't on the whole too great. It was kind of ineffective. Gets a 3. Honeyman on the right. I don't really know, if I'm honest with you. But Honeyman, he fought against Wigan, but at the end of the game again, you could tell that he just didn't care. He was trying to put on a brave face, and that might be what's telling me that. But there's no way that Honeyman will stay next year. He left his boyhood club because he wanted to play championship football. What's he going to do to us if he left his boyhood club? Honeyman was alright, but same as Elder, 3. Had a few half chances. Dan Batty gets a 4, and Stewart gets a 3. They were just on the whole just there. Didn't do much. Batty could have done so much better for their goal, and Stewart just didn't do anything, really. But Batty for their goal stood off Lualua far too much. But, aye. Anyway, we live and we learn, don't we? So, Batty gets a 4, Stewart gets a 3, Malik Wilkes gets a 3 as well. I don't remember him touching the ball. I watched the entire game. I can remember him touching the ball twice. He's generous to get a 3. It's lucky that he's got a 3. I'm being very generous there. Eves 2, McGuinness 2. Crap up top on their own. Crap up top together. Where's Scott? Where's Lewis Potter? What do they have to do to get in this team? Where's Norbert Balog when you need him? Scott came on in the 70th minute, did nothing, so it's a 2. Lewis Potter came on the 87th minute, couldn't really do anything, so it's not really applicable to give him a rating. So the unused subs were Long, Device, Burke, Torral, Bonds, Samuelson, and Callum Jones as well. That is the most I have ever put on that unused substitute screen. That's it. Without the 9 substitutes you're allowed now, that is a full championship bench. Earlier on in the season, before the stoppage of the season due to the lockdown, he could genuinely have put that group of players on the bench. That will be a full substitutes bench. What does that tell you? He's left a full, normal group of substitutes on the bench, and he's got 3 more subs which he could have used. He could have brought on Torral, could have brought on Samuelson, could have brought on... I was going to say bring on a centre-back, but what's the point? We're 1-0 down. Could have brought on Callum Jones for his debut. Why didn't he? Why didn't he? Why? Anyway, we're going to rate the clueless plonker who stands in the technical area. Well, doesn't even stand. Sits in the technical area. 0. Tried to change it, didn't work. And then when the 4-4-2 didn't work, he changed it to his 4-3-3, which made it go even worse. Put McGuinness on the left wing. Anyway, yeah. Robert Jones, the referee, he gets a 6. Didn't really do anything wrong in my eyes. Alright then, so to finish this player ratings off, I just want to promote a podcast which I was invited on the other day. I was invited on the Hull City podcast, Tigers, blah, blah, blah. you can listen to this podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere. Got the YouTube, so go and check them out. So it's hosted by Luke Flanagan and Rich Walker. So I would very much recommend that you go check that out. I was on the most recent episode at the time of recording this. I was on there with Joe Appleyard and the two hosts, Luke and Rich. So it was very good fun. Go check that out, please. Thank you very much. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.